I am a SillyPseudonym playing a Nova Drift and trying out some new audio settings because my Bluetooth drivers had a little bit of a mix-up and decided to go corrupt themselves apparently, so I had to reset all that stuff, reinstall things, and it completely messed up my audio settings, so yeah. Hopefully have it fixed somewhat. Let me see. Yeah, MrbigJ did want to try a different version of this Railgun build, so let's give it a go. I am in the mood for more railgunning. Let's see, what do we need for shield? The warp shield, of course. And for the body, the assault, as per normal. That extra rate of fire is always nice to have. Rude. I do need ataraxia, but I also want this targeting. Regeneration is also requested here. That's interesting. Regeneration instead of essence sap. Not how I normally would have gone, but I do want to try it out and see what happens. But I do also need ataraxia. And we need 4 upgrade points in storage before ataraxia will appear. So we will start working on that. Trying to kill this reinforcement, but just managed to hurt myself instead. Oh, that makes sense. Gads. Leave me alone. At least leave me alone long enough to actually get my shield to return. Also, this build is not horribly prioritizing Warp Strike. So that'll be another odd one. Definitely not the normal way I play this sort of thing. There's the ataraxia. Lucked into it on the first try, not bad. We are going to try to get flash shielding Tempest Break, I assume. Rate of fire up is good, as is velocity. Guidance, that's a pretty big hit to our rate of fire. So we'll take the homing strike. We do want the charge shot, but we also want the flash shielding. Wish we want more. Let's get the damage. I was gonna say, targeting, you gotta help me out here. You know I can't hit anything. That's why I got you. Convergence does lower projectile velocity, but it is on the list. We do want rate of fire up. Sure. Take the rate of fire. The extra velocity is nice. Kind of makes up for our convergence, I suppose. God, just need you to explode. Just need you to explode. Do want that warpath, but I think I take this flash shielding. And then hope that we get... Okay, you need to actually hit these enemies. And then hope we get that Death Blossom. Burst fire, or do we want skirmish so we can get all that good, juicy terminate blitz going? I want both, but I think I take this now just because for the moment we're okay. I think we can take on Omega with this build. So I'm willing to get a little bit more speculative. Things that do not help me quite as much in the immediate term, but will help us in the long run. Oh, that's gonna be painful. I can see why you want emergency systems with these kinds of builds, because otherwise, oof. Thank you for the help comment. Thank you for the boost convoy. Extra rate of fires. Very nice to have here. Blitz. Kinetic boost. Improved thrusters. Terminate. Let's get this terminated. Take the burst fire now. Take the burst fire now. Calibrate or snipe. I want both. Take the snipe for the extra damage. And to make me feel better about the convergence pickup. Alright, we're doing decently. Ooh, I want that mastery, but I also want this payload. Guess we just get the mastery because that's a nice little bonus to everything. Okay, good. Doing some nice damage already. Going to kill them before we can destroy all the little vulnerable sections, but that's fine. Killing Omega quickly is pretty good. Does indicate that our damage is more than adequate for the moment. Do want that improved thrust, but I think I take this kinetic boost now, so we can work our way down towards emergency systems. This boost is also pretty nice. Wish it were at a better time, admittedly, since we're not going to be able to do much damage to these tracers when they have that shield. Alas, I do want to get that Aegis, but Incendiary Strike is more damage. We'll take that. Okay, we don't want the Essence Sap, but we do want Burst Fire, apparently. Yep, we want double taps. Ooh, I'm worried about this one. I don't like taking a lot of double taps when I don't have a barrage, just because of the delay. But you have to admit, the extra damage is pretty nice when it works. Do you want the Calibrate? Do you want the Aegis? And do you want the Payload? Give the Payload for now. Shielder. Need you to stop shielding if you don't mind. Also, stop moving around so much. Warpath is interesting, but sure. We'll try it out. I do want that Blitz, but I want this Charge Shot even more. Now we're interested in the calibration. Even more than we used to be. We'll make crowd control a little bit more difficult, but maybe we can make it work nonetheless. Take the siege weaponry. A little bit of a high risk, high reward situation, but we'll give it a shot. Okay. Always nice to waste those attacks on Scion when they don't have any way of taking damage because of their orbitals being in the wrong position at the wrong moment. But that is on me, after all. I did choose to fire from that angle and direction, but still, yeah. Can't say this doesn't have decent damage. I do want stabilization, but calibration is going to help us do a lot more damage. Okay. Rude. Evolutionary Niche is faster rate of fire, but I also need these improved thrusters if I want to get down to Deadly Wake and Tempest Break. And of course Warp Strike is down there as well. Volatile Shields would be nice, but take the Aegis so we can get emergency systems. Do I need saturation fire? I think we're fine, because we don't really have a high rate of fire build. I do want that regeneration, though. But I think I want this Deadly Wake even more. I'll take the stabilization. Gives us a little bit more thrust and also gives us access to emergency systems, which will improve our motion when we're charging up these shots. Hello, Warbringer. Yeah, the damage output is decent. Do I want this burst fire? I kind of do, but do I want that over a blink and a tempest break? I guess. Higher rate of fire, but a bigger delay between every fire. Oops, hello. There's the emergency systems, though I would also like the power reserves and the extra hull and the blitz, and yeah. There's other things I want here as well, but still. Emergency systems is too important, I think, with this kind of build. You want that ability to get some invincibility when your shield breaks. Come on, come on. Good enough. Volatile shields is tempting, but we have so many other things we want. Once again, more hulls tempting, but here is what we actually want. And of course, once again, you give me all of them at once instead of spacing them out a bit. We want the Tempest Break, we want the Double Tap, and we want this Blink for the Warp Strike. And the agility wouldn't be too horrible either, but it's not a priority. It's a difficult choice. I think we go Blink here. That adds both maneuverability and gives us the opportunity to get Warp Strike going. Okay, that was a bit of a weird one, but I will happily take the results. Sure. Take the Tempest Break this time. It does lower max shields, but makes our shield cooldown completely immune to disruption. But of course, it doesn't actually start until our shield breaks. But thankfully for us, the shield breaks fairly easily. Have to say, this is a very nice high damage build. Oops. Do need to be a little bit more careful with that kind of attack, however. There's the Warp Strike, though once again there are plenty of other things I want here. But this Warp Strike is too important, I think, to go without. Though I am now even more in the market for that regeneration. I need something to help get some hull recovery. Oops, hello. Do I just winnow? The only thing I really miss is the shield effect radius here. I think I do. I think I just winnow. Give up mods I don't want to get some rerolls so I can look for the ones that I do want. And as I said, that shield power and effect race would be okay, but we're not really using our warp shield offensively. We're just using it as a way to stay invulnerable. Not this time, game, not this time. We'll take the blitz here. A little extra weapon damage and a little bit more damage on initial hit with a weapon. Seems like a good idea. Moving too fast for my own good at the moment. But that's not the worst problem to have. Not in most circumstances. Hello again, Scion. Goodbye again, Scion. Take the power reserve so we can maneuver a bit faster. Even when we're charging our weapon. Yes, indeed. It is a noticeably beneficial effect when it comes to this sort of thing. The only thing I don't like is, once again, these double taps do make it a little awkward when you have lots of enemies. Hello again, Seraph. You're not going to be anywhere near as easy as your friend was. Armor's not the worst thing in the world. Maelstrom doesn't make as much sense with a shield break build. Bravado, on the other hand, gives us a nice little boost to our stats for the tiny little itty-bitty cost of making our enemies all champions and elites. But it is a nice boost to our damage. Sadly, the enemy rate of fire is also increasing, which is not exactly what we're happy to see, but it is the nature of the game. Oop. Hiding down there where I could not find you. I do like the idea of more armor, but I do like the idea of more displacement too. But I think I want this hull strength. I feel like I need a little bit more. A little bit more of a buffer here for holding my charge. Oh, this is going to be interesting, and by interesting I mean horrifying. Did not mean to screen wrap, but that's okay. Once again, that's why I got the extra hull. Right Right. Well, Tracer, your shield protected you for a time. Orbs are tempting here, but we don't really need it, do we? We could look for Rancor. Could go down for Rupture, but I think I'm more interested in trying out Rancor here. I was going to say, enemies, you plan to show up some? Kind of need to use my charge shot up. Don't want to kill myself. That's your job. Bunch of lazy enemies all trying to get me to kill myself instead of them doing it. Rude. I pay them good money. And they just laze it away, don't they? Thank you for that invincibility. Ooh, I like Strafe, I like Tempest Break, I like the Force Armor. I think, Alright, we'll try it. Of course you did, Tracers. Of course you did. Hello again. Dear Bulwark friend. An explosive growth. Well, why not? Obviously, what we lack is even more double taps. Obviously. Enemy rate of fire gets higher and higher. Their invincibility from shields remains the same. This is not an equation that I like. Please rewrite the rules of the universe to make sure this does not happen again. Thank you. Sincerely, me. Oops. Do not want to be here, please. Thank you. Don't even know what that was about, but that's fine. Well, we could Revelation here. Or we can just take these double taps now. I think we just take the double taps. I think we don't get too greedy here. That is so annoying to see these tracers be invulnerable for such a long period of time and just... Agility is interesting. I think I want this Rancor. I think. What would I want more? Just the armor, the blast radius? I suppose we could get down to rupture. That would be pretty decent. But this is a nice little bonus to our health and our weapon damage and our charge rate. I think I go with the Rancor. Slows us down a bit now, so it is not entirely without some negativity. Trying to steal my kill comet. Rude, rude, rude. I am worried, though. We have so many double taps combined with the burst strike. It is noticeably difficult sometimes for us to thank you, invincibility. Oh, that hurt, that hurt, that hurt. Shield, please come back. This is where I wish I had that essence sap. Not my smartest move. Could lower my speed even more for more damage, but I don't know if I need it. Volatile shields is tempting, but let's try and get some blast radius going. Yeah, moments like that get me a little worried. That chomper was having a bad day. Clear the air a bit here. Do like the idea of this displacement. Helps our blink get a little further and cool down a little faster. Excuse me, you were supposed to die in that attack as well. What we have here is a failure to communicate and all that. Nope, you're dead. You do not get to do your attack. Beam attacks, not allowed. Unless you're a tracer. I can't really do much about tracers. Thank you for that invincibility. Dear emergency systems. Oh, it's trying. It's a trying. Still missing that not emergency, Death Blossom though. That would really make this a far more interesting build. Thank you for the assistance comment. Armor is nice, but Death Blossom. When our shield breaks, we rapidly fire in multiple directions. That will have us having a good time. Oop, mistimed that one. But yeah, you can see why Death Blossom could be pretty fun with this kind of thing. It is a lot of damage applied all over the place. Ooh, so much to do. Yep. Ooh, fun. Bigger blast radius. Okay, since I was the enemy, you're here somewhere, I'm sure. Oh, I go to where I am. Save me, Blink, from myself. Yeah. Wave 300. Ah, couldn't get out in time. But we did kill Scion, at least. Yeah, that's a fun one. I'm going to have to practice that a bit more. I tried using my mouse some for the targeting. I usually just rely on the keyboard, but that was a little awkward in positions. Still, do thank MrbigJ for that one. Like I said, I'll probably try that a few more times and see what in the world happens. With a few variations, a lucky little explosive growth really helped that rate of fire. Good attempt, Comet, good attempt. But yeah, that's a pretty fun one. I'm going to have to play around with that and see what else can shake out, as it were. However, for the moment, I'm going to see how the audio worked for this recording, and thank you all for stopping by.